going to have to wait till the summer of 2019 before we find out. Because what the Knicks did by getting Porzingis and getting Hardaway and Courtney Lee out of there, they've created over $70 million in cap space. Now, if you land KD, you land Kyrie, or you get a Kawhi, clearly they won the deal. There's no question about that. And then you think that if they can land the #1 draft pick, maybe they swing that and says, okay, Pelicans, what about this for AD? Mm-hmm. Now you're really in the money. But for me, it's become abundantly clear that Porzingis didn't want to be there, Skip. His brother, from what I'm hearing, is that his brother and Kristoff was making it very, very difficult about what they wanted, what they weren't going to do, and what they were going to do. So I thought the Knicks was absolutely right to move on. Because you're not, first of all, dude, you're 7'3", and you're coming off an ACL injury. We don't really have a whole lot of literature, Skip. Guys this tall having this type of injury and coming back and being productive. Mm-hmm. So normally when guys start having knee injuries, he's a tall, skinny kid.
Yep.
I believe he's more susceptible for having a reoccurring injury. So the Knicks, I think the Knicks, if they can get Kevin Durant, get one. I'm not saying both. Now, you get sweepstakes if you get both of them, Kyrie, yep, KD, or Jimmy Butler, or Kawhi, somebody like that. You get two guys, you've hit sweepstakes. You get one, you won the deal. But you see what happened, Skip? DeAndre Jordan wasn't causing no fuss. He didn't want to get traded. See, teams will do what we say is in the best interest of the team. But AD is saying, I want to do in the best interest of Team AD.
Yep.
And everybody got a problem with that.
Team clutch, right?
Yeah. Take over. We're about to take over the game.
You know, I can't believe I'm saying this, but I just have a gut feeling after I slept on this that the New York Knicks finally did something really right yesterday. They made a bold move, because it was bold. Because it was almost a knee-jerk bold move he went in yesterday morning and they just said, you know what, this is just going nowhere. The brother's the agent. Sure. Doesn't feel right. They don't like how he's rehabbing, how conscientious he's been about trying to get back. The deal's been on the table probably for a while, and they just called Mark Cuban and just said, hey, done. You can have him for what we talked about. And again, do I like Porzingis and Doncic together? Because Doncic wants to play point, and those two pick and rolling because they like each other, they know each other.
Great.
Hey, they will wreak some havoc. But here's my thought on Porzingis. I've never been quite sold on him as a superstar. Star, I give you.
I agree.
Superstar. Is he that guy? Does he have that cold-blooded assassin in him? Obviously, he is, as Kevin Durant nicknamed him, the unicorn, because he is 7'3", and he has guard skills at 7 feet 3 inches tall.
Very skilled.
Yeah, we never seen anything quite like that. This is beyond Dirk, right? This because he's got, what, at least 3 inches on Dirk.
3 inches.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so, yeah, what's inside him? Does the fire burn? Cold-blooded? I don't know. I don't get that sense yet. Maybe it's too soon to draw that conclusion. Maybe he'll find himself more in Dallas than he did with the Knicks. But you're right about 7'3" and the injuries. You sold on that? You're going to bet long-term on that? No. So the Knicks made a great move, a quick, bold move to just clear the decks and start over with $71 million of cap room. So what's my gut feeling? This is just gut. And again, so much is going to have to unravel because we don't know how Golden State, what's their fate at the end of the year? Are they going to win another championship or are they going to come up short? How will that affect Kevin Durant's mentality going into the summer? I have no idea. What about Kyrie's mentality? He's about as unpredictable as there is of the superstars in the NBA. But my gut feeling is, having talked to people who know Kevin, he does have it deep in his heart that he'd like to play in the Big Apple, in the Mecca, in Madison Square Garden. So would that surprise me? No.
And Skip, for me, I believe it's more likely if they win the championship, Kevin Durant leaves.
All right, that well could be. I don't know how to factor that into his psyche, but you could be right about that. Yeah, you're probably right. If they lose, he might think I got unfinished business here.
Yeah, I got unfinished business here.
But I am not discounting what happened between him and Draymond. It's still on the, I'm saying back burner. It might even be on the front burner still.
But Skip, for me, for the Knicks to make a move like this, no matter what you and I think of Porzingis, he was their franchise, and he was coming off a very significant injury. But for them to make this move so quickly, they've got to know something we don't.
Maybe.
They've been told something.
Yep. No, you could be right. So that brings us to the second superstar slot that's open. Kyrie Irving grew up all over the place. He was in Australia for a while, but New Jersey, went to high school. He's a New York kind of kid, and he's got that in his heart. So would he like to play the Mecca, play the Garden? Sure he would. And what do I keep seeing? I've said on the show several times. In fact, when the Mavericks were there the other night, it was Dirk's turn to be the visiting superstar. And Madison Square Garden, ironically, is still a destination for stars, but they're always playing for the other team, for the visiting team, right? But everybody wants to play their best in Madison Square Garden, right?
And Skip, the thing is that the fans want their own superstar.
Yeah.
You see how they treat the opposing team superstar?
Yeah.
So imagine if they have one for their own, the kind of crowd, the kind of ovation that they would receive on a nightly basis if they had a Kyrie, if they had a KD to cheer on, as opposed to having LeBron or having KD or Steph come into their building and light them up, to have their own guy lighting up the opposing team.
Okay. And I remain a big fan of David Fizdale's. I know the Knicks have just been awful of late, but that's not all bad because they are now obviously right in the running for Zion with the first overall pick. So David Fizdale, to me, as he proved as an assistant to Spoelstra in Miami, LeBron and Dwayne Wade loved him. He was kind of their go-to guy. He's the guy they wanted to commiserate with and talk with, and the deep strategy guy. And kind of their big brother figure was Fizdale. So he's a magnet for these guys. They're going to want to play there. It's not like they have some coach that nobody likes and he's on the outs with management or whatever. This works. This is good. This feels like now it is a Mecca destination with David Fizdale as the head coach. And let's say what if they landed Kevin Durant and Kyrie, which I don't think is pie in the sky. And then what if they land the first overall pick and they got Zion? Those three?
Hold on. Okay, you make a very interesting point. Let's just say, for the sake of argument, for this discussion, they get Kyrie and they get KD in free agency and they have the #1 ping pong ball. Are you willing to trade that and say, okay, let me have AD or Jimmy or Kawhi or...
Okay,
I mean, what would you do with it?
I would take Zion. I've seen enough. And Steve Kerr already went LeBron with Zion, and obviously they're very different basketball players.
Right.
But just an explosion, what does he weigh, 3-something? I don't know.
285.
285. I thought he's a little over 3. He looks sometimes like he's a little over 3.
He's the second. If he was in the NBA, he'd be the second heaviest behind Boban.
Okay. Well, I'm taking that guy, and I'm pairing him up with the two superstars, or with the three of them, and all of a sudden, you are back on the map. I think.
What about if the Pelicans don't move Anthony Davis before the trade deadline?
Well, again,
he has one more year.
You're going to use.
And the Pelicans says, okay, give me Zion, give me your future #1 pick and another player.
Okay, but are you going to trade Zion Williamson for a rental of AD for a year? I'm not.
Interesting.
Oh, you might get him there. You know, everybody thought Paul George was going to be a rental.
Maybe.
I mean,
maybe in this scenario,
it's not like
would
New
be
York.
pretty
It's not like
attractive.
New York is Cleveland or Sacramento.
Wait, I thought you were Team LeBron. Are you undercutting your own plan?
Skip, I'm just playing devil's advocate.
Well, that's devils right there. That's
okay.
bad.
Well, how about I just be an advocate? Pelicans, you go ahead and trade Anthony Davis to the Lakers.
Yeah, I was going to say, don't put these ideas out, Shannon. Be careful.
No, I mean, you're going to burn your bridge.
Whew.
I mean, LeBron's not going to return your phone call. The way you're talking.
I want the Lakers to get AD really, really bad, but I just do not believe that the Pelicans want to deal with the Lakers because of how AD has handled this situation, making it publicly, even though he told him in private he would not re-sign and he wanted to go to L.A.
Okay, maybe. But for once, since like 1970, the Knicks finally made a great, bold move. Way to go.
But it's only going to be, it's only a great move, Skip.
I just got a gut feeling. I got a gut feeling they're going to land 2.
Okay.
Here we go.
How happy are those Knicks fans listening to both of you guys be positive about the future? So, we got something to look forward to this weekend. Tom Brady, could he win ring number 6 on Sunday? TJ Hushmanzada is here. He's going to make his